I just want to say a part of this scene and like, I'm gonna look directly in the camera. I'm sorry, Dr. Umar. I 100% would have folded when Denise Richards said, "I'm all the white single female you'll ever need." I'm sorry.
Take the card away.
Yeah.
Now who's invited
don't give me no gun.
Now who's invited to the cookout, Ugo?
Don't give me no gun.
All right, welcome to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kev and Oogie. I'm Kev.
I'm Oogie. We're a couple of 90s kids who basically spent our childhoods at the movies, and now we're trying to relive them 1 week at a time.
We aren't sticking to any one genre. We're just talking about the films that stuck with us, the good, the bad, and the stuff that just makes us laugh.
No genre is off limits. No scene is too small to reenact. So grab popcorn, settle in.
Today we're going to talk about one of our favorite movies of all time, 2002 classic Undercover Brother.
Oh man, I can't wait to talk about this movie. This is absolutely one of my favorite movies. Funnily enough, the reason I saw this movie in theaters when it came out, my dad was like on this like kick where he was like, all right, every single week we're gonna go to the movies.
Yep.
And so we were just doing this in this particular time. This was like Federal Way, Century Cinema. We were supposed to go see The Sum of All Fears, and I did not want to see that movie. But we got there early. And so while we were waiting, we're just like, all right, like, let's just, like, I was like, oh, Undercover Brother, let's just go sneak in.
Right.
And so, like, we went in there, and I think it was just, like, the scene of him, like, like, the first scene with the pigeon, and then my dad laughed, and I was like, all right, got him.
Got him.
We
Vinny's in the building.
Yeah, exactly.
We are good.
Shout out Vinny.
Yeah, shout out Vinny. Oh man, yeah. This I don't remember seeing it, but I know based on when it was, like it was kind of same thing for me around that time. I went to see movies with my grandma every single weekend. Usually took a friend, and like I have vivid memories of some movies with her, but this one, I think I've watched way too many times to have vivid memories of anything watching it.
This movie came out in 2002, so that would have made me 13 years old.
Yeah, I had just turned 12. Yeah, so, watching it, there's like, maybe not 12-year-old appropriate.
It's PG-13, so I was good.
Yep. I could probably quote most of it. But what was funny to me, and like, maybe I'm skipping ahead a tiny bit. When I was thinking about this movie before I turned it on the other day, I could not remember if it was set in the 70s or it just looked like it was set in the 70s. And I was like watching for a bit before I was like, okay, no, this is 2002.
I mean, it could be Archer though. I mean, there are like, you know how like Archer and like C-Lab, like the movie, it's like the shows are like kind of set where it's like there's futuristic stuff in it, but then also really outdated stuff.
True.
Like it could kind of live. I'm not sure if they actually specify a date at any point in the movie.
Yeah, I guess they don't.
But there's internet.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
But no one uses a cell phone.
There are some references that really set it up, which I actually made notes of at some point. But yeah, I guess the only other thing I would ask you is, I know this is one of our favorite movies, and actually one of the things we bonded over all those years ago when we met, but would you recommend this movie to people?
I would 100% recommend this movie
Absolutely.
to people.
Watch this movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, by the way, spoiler alert, this is a movie review show. So if you haven't seen this movie, of all movies, like put down your phone or put down whatever you're watching this or listening to this on, and then go watch Undercover Brother. After watching it again, it's just good. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some facts and figures about the movie. Release date was May 31st, 2002. The tagline was, "He's all action," whatever that means.
This is a shitty tagline.
That is a shitty tagline.
It
tells you nothing about it. It is rated PG-13 with a runtime of an hour and 26 minutes. Remember when movies were an hour and a half? Stars Eddie Griffin, unbelievable performance by him, which we will get into. Denise Richards and Anjanou Ellis.
Nice pronunciation.
As Sister Girl. Oh, thank you. Director Malcolm D. Lee, who also directed Girls Trip and The Best Man, both hilarious movies. Writers, now this is where I got caught up a little bit. John Ridley, who wrote 12 Years a Slave and Three Kings.
What a
There's
start.
there's thematic overlap, I would say, but that 12 Years a Slave is a different take on this angle.
I think it means that John really has a large scope.
He has range.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
And then screenplay by Michael McCullers, who wrote Baby Mama and Austin Powers. And knowing that it was written by the guy who did Austin Powers unlocked a whole new level of this movie.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. As you see that, you're just like, yeah, I feel like a few more of these scenes kind of make a little bit more sense.
That was the unlock. Like I said, I've seen this movie so many times. And like when I went into it this time knowing, oh, it's the Austin Powers guy, I could see it everywhere, And there's like one scene in particular that we'll get to later that for sure popped to me as like, oh, this is an Austin Powers kind of trope. All right, one of the things that we're going to do on this podcast that we both ruined already for this episode is one of us is going to read out the budget and the other is going to guess whether or not the movie was profitable. We both already saw the numbers. So I'm going to throw a curveball to our editors. I'm going to tell them the budget. So it's $25 million budget. Do you guys think that this movie was profitable? Give me a thumbs up.
Undercover Brother.
Undercover Brother.
25 mil.
25 mil is the estimated budget.
For a movie to be considered like profitable, it has to make like double its budget, right?
Sure, yeah.
I would say I feel like it maybe hit like right under 50 million.
Right under 50. Mark, you got a guess?
I don't think it made it.
Okay. So opening weekend was only 12 mil. Gross in the U.S. was 39 mil. That's U.S. and Canada. So it almost made that double mark. Worldwide gross, 41.6. So it was only popular in the U.S. and Canada. Still,
Does this include VHS?
I think that's gross box
Yeah.
office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I imagine the after, I feel like now it's probably reached, it's really funny with movies because like, I feel like with movies that I like, I just feel every movie that I like is a cult classic.
Right.
But like, do other people actually like it? In my mind, this movie has made $1 zillion since it came out like
It's
on
priceless.
DVDs. Like it's one of those movies, because like, okay, it might not have made like money like from box office or like that crazy money. I mean, it made back the production costs.
Right.
But like
39 mil is a good gross for a movie
yeah,
like this.
especially 25 million. But then I'm just imagining like how much for syndication, because like this is one of those movies that's like a surefire like USA movie where it's chopped up and edited, but it's on every Saturday or Sunday. Like it's one of those movies.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely, I feel like it's in the profitable.
Yeah.
It's
I
profitable
do
in
think
my
they're
heart.
probably missing by not streaming. They got another $4 out of me though this week for a rental, so that adds to the gross, I guess. But yeah, it's I don't know. I feel this should be streaming everywhere. It's such a good movie.
Streaming in our hearts.
It's streaming in our hearts. And I mean, most critics agree. Rotten Tomatoes scores 78%. That's not bad. 64% on the popcorn meter. Everyone who rated this movie down, you're bad and should feel bad. This is a work of art. Metascore 69 out of 100.
Nice.
All right, that's the data. So now we're going to get into the recap. We will do one more spoiler warning. If you have not seen this movie, we're about to start spoiling the hell out of it. So now's the time. Pause, come back, don't leave us, and go watch this movie. So the movie starts out, narrated montage, kind of explaining the rise of black culture in the 70s and the man's destruction of it in the 80s. There's an actual character, the man in this film. You can guess what he represents. First of all, excellent soundtrack right off the bat.
Yeah.
This movie, top to bottom, has great music. This is where I was still watching. Like, wait, is it in the 70s? It took me a bit. Also, the man's calculated destruction of black culture. You can put this movie out today and change nothing.
I think there's like a few more mumble rappers on it, maybe.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. If you have this movie out with the same artists who were on Blue Streak, spoiler for next week, then you would have today's soundtrack.
Yeah. I just want to say, I loved in the intro how they did show like little snippets of like blaxploitation movies. So I want to give a shout out. R.I.P. Richard Roundtree, Pam Grier. She's fine. She could still get it. It was my favorite part about that whole thing was that the downfall of like black culture was Steve Urkel
Right.
and essentially like woke, just like Dennis Rodman wearing a dress. Like, no.
Yeah.
That was a bridge too far for, because this movie is like very much a period piece, because I think like a lot of the movies that we will do on this podcast are all set in that like the Bush years. Things were still kind of optimistic because we weren't fully in Iraq yet.
Right.
Like we were kind of there, but like, you know, it was the beginning. It was before the cultural like decline, and everyone was still kind of happy, and you can make a movie like this.
Yeah.
And I think like we'll kind of see how these movies, like this will kind of be like a little bit of an anthropological look at like movies throughout this era.
Right.
But this one's definitely right in that like, because this would have been filmed in 2000.
Right.
So like cultural zeitgeist wise, like very, very high vibes.
That's true. Yeah. And it's anthropological and also a bit psychological for you and me, because
Yeah.
the movies that created us. On your point, like the blaxploitation kind of movie trope of the intro, that word came up in my research, and I have to admit I had not heard that term before.
This is great because I can show you a world of just amazing movies that are just really low budget but classic.
What would you say is like classic blaxploitation movie?
Like The Mac,
Mac.
Superfly.
Okay.
Like I think probably Superfly.
Okay.
We have so much time to get to so many of these movies. Yeah, Cleopatra, exactly. Jackie Brown would be like a more contemporary look at like, because that one's also kind of like this, where it's like a love letter
It's a
to
trope of it.
blaxploitation. I wouldn't even say it's a trope because it's Quentin Tarantino, so
Right.
people have their views
He's
about
not
him.
parodying it.
He's not, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a love letter from him, but probably him in his prime. So like, it's probably a good example, but it's high budget.
Right.
Whereas like at the time, it would just be kind of like, you know, kind of a lot of lesser known actors and actresses, and this was their opportunity to really kind of get shine in ways that Hollywood wouldn't have given to people of color at those times. So
Because that's actually what I was going to ask. Because when I was reading like the definition of it, I was like Jackie Brown, like that's kind of what popped into my head because that was one that I knew.
But also like the soundtracks too. Like a lot of those soundtracks are absolute bangers. Like Wooly Hutch. Like I love, like, you know how much I love 3 6 Mafia and like Hypnotize Camp Posse. So like a lot of their music, like a lot of Project Pat's music is just like straight up samples of blaxploitation films, and it's just like it would have been what their family and what they were listening to. So it's just like they chopped that stuff up. So
that's
such
fun.
a huge. Some of these things, like you don't realize how much of a cultural like impact they really have on you. You don't even know that it's having this impact on you, but then it like connects in some ways. Like you'll watch a movie and then you'll hear a song, you're like, oh, that's that sample. They're like, oh, this is what they sampled.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to go back and once we have this episode done, look at how many minutes it took for you to mention 3 6 Mafia in our first episode.
Not long. I mean, like 15 minutes maybe.
All right. Well, after the kind of montage intro, we get to Undercover Brother driving his Cadillac DeVille. Beautiful paint job, orange soda, big gulp in hand, afro looking perfect. Everyone on the street eyeing him up, loving him, and someone almost hits him, and he whips the car, spins it probably 4 times. Big gulp never even sloshes. I've never wanted to J-turn a DeVille before, but after a while, I want to J-turn a DeVille.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have our first questionable racist joke of the movie, where a pigeon shits on his windshield, and he says he's gonna sell it to the Chinese restaurant and make kung pao. Or what did he say? Peking pigeon.
Yep. It's a time.
Yeah.
It's of a time.
It's a time.
After he successfully navigates the bad driving and unsuccessfully navigates the birds, we find our characters at a bank. The Brotherhood, which is a cast of characters who are essentially secret agents trying to fight the man, are there trying to take control of the man's bank accounts. Undercover Brother is there undercover as a janitor. Very convincing disguise, and he gets caught deleting the mortgage data of black families off the bank's computers. And he gets in a fight with the guards. Sister Girl helps him escape. And this was excellent scene because this is where we get the intro to the Brotherhood. We get to meet Conspiracy Brother, who holds this movie down, in my opinion. Sister Girl at the bank doing her secret agent thing. The Chief, Smart Brother, this is a great tribute to each of those characters in their first moments.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's like a list of black excellence right there. We got Gary Anthony Williams, Dave Chappelle, and Chi McBride. I assume it's Chi McBride. I mean, they're all actors that you just love in like pretty much any role that they're in. But like to get them all together for this is just it's such like a tour de force.
Yeah, and this is peak Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, exactly.
2002.
His voice is still high.
Yeah.
He's still talking like this. I love in the beginning of that, like when they're like throughout the movie when they're in the chief's office and they're all working, they're in the mainframe. The computers aren't plugged into anything.
Right. just the monitor sitting on the table with an AOL kind of UI.
I love that in the background. There's the framed pictures of Danny Glover,
right.
Courtney B. Vance, and Andre Barr. Also, R.I.P. I personally now, because I think I like really got into Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the last few years. So like on this watch, I saw his photo and I was like, what? This is
yeah, I did too. I had noticed Holt. I noticed Danny Glover in 2002 watching it. Huge Lethal Weapon fan. That's probably on a future episode.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't know who the rest were. I did later in the movie finally, like, I think that's Andre Brower. Just excellent.
And Richard Pryor as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite tell. That's great.
But I was wondering, because me personally, like, I don't know Andre Brower's, like,
his credits other
yeah,
than
his
9-9.
credits. Yeah, exactly. So like, I didn't like. I was wondering why he was up there, and then so I did some research. So he was in Glory, but I don't remember if he was one of the main guys in Glory. Personally, I don't remember. I watched that one in like middle school.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I literally watched it.
Butler.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Matthew Broderick's Butler.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I literally watched this movie once in middle school, like in class. My history teacher showed Glory.
I'm pretty sure one time we were going to Maggot Fest. It was like one of the. It was one of the movies on the bus.
So for our audience, Maggot Fest is a very popular Montana rugby tournament. And what happens at Maggot Fest? Dear God, please stay at Maggot Fest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's more problematic than any joke in this movie.
Yeah.
I want to stay on the Conspiracy Brother intro for a second because Smart Brother's clacking away on his computer, and one of my favorite lines of the film. Did you know George Washington Carver invented the computer out of a peanut?
A peanut.
A peanut. Oh, that's so good. He has all of the best lines in this movie.
100%.
By a long shot. I also noticed potential racist joke number 2 of the film, when Undercover Brother is still the janitor sitting in the chair deleting the files, the security guards come in and try to grab him, and one of them says, "Come on, Uncle Ben."
And then Conspiracy Brothers just like, it's Macy Gray with sideburns.
With pork chop sideburns. Oh, so good. Man.
Then it brings us into like the theme of like he has his own like Undercover Brother theme song,
Right.
Which is like pure blaxploitation, just like the cut up, almost Starsky and Hutchian like intro theme with like his own song, and he's just like dapping up everybody in the hood and like
and doing kung fu
Yeah.
in his apartment alone.
as one does. If you've never done, come on, who hasn't done kung fu in their house by themselves?
That's true.
We've all done it.
We've all
You're
done it.
lying to yourself if you're there like, no, you have.
After that, we finally get a peek at our antagonists for the film, Mr. Feather and the Man. Mr. Feather played brilliantly in this film by Chris Kattan at his absolute peak. Note to self to add Corky Romano to the film list for this podcast as well.
I mean, I love a lot of his other films. And, I loved him when he was on SNL. I might honestly think this might be my favorite role of his.
Oof.
Maybe I'm biased, but like...
It is my favorite movie that he's been in, but like Corky Romano is pure Chris Kattan, unbridled.
It really is. he's so good in this.
He's so good in this.
It's like,
it's we'll get into more of like Mr. Feather for sure, but like the way he walks the line of this like pure evil, like actual conspiratorially racist character in a way that like you're amused the whole time without really hating him is like, it's a fine rope that he's walking.
It's really interesting because like a lot of movies, they'll make like these caricatures or like they'll make these like evil characters that are like cartoons and like you don't believe it. But like, I honestly feel like his performance is believable.
Right.
He's like, he sells it so hard that he's
Right.
like this like huge racist, like Illuminati guy, but he just also loves everything about black culture.
Right.
Which is like actually a thing.
Yes,
This is
yeah.
like the Dallas Cowboys.
Right?
Like,
Yep. The other thing we see in that scene is news anchors, right? Introducing the potential presidential bid of the general. And boy, do they say all the things that news anchors say about black people without saying it. We had he's so well spoken. He's popular and not just in the urban areas. And then when they're closing out and the female anchor says, it should be an exciting race, the other guy says, race? I'm not touching that one.
that one's such a like a Chappelle. I feel like Chappelle wrote that one because it sounds literally the same as the racial draft. Just like that, like that whole anchor, like the way that he goes like race. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
It's almost like even a caricature. He's a white guy doing a caricature of a white voice.
Right, which happens in this movie quite a bit. Yeah.
Which is great though, because like we're saying, Chris Kattan's first line of the movie are word. Fashizi my kneesy. The delivery that he gives on it is just so peak.
Sincere, right? He's not thinking about it. So this is kind of where we tee up that the general is clearly a problem for the man and his operation. They have a new. Mr. Feather says that Multinational Inc., one of their companies, has a new chemical with interesting side effects that they can use to employ to stop his presidential bid. The next scene we get to is the Brotherhood watching the general's press conference from the chief's office. Great line. Smart Brother says, I wonder if he'll run as a Democrat or a Republican. And Dave Chappelle says, name one thing the Republican Party has ever done for the black man.
Well, they were the party of Lincoln.
Yes,
and
right.
they freed the slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation.
Well, name two things lately. Oh, just good cinema. Unfortunately, the general does not announce his presidential bid. He announces that he is opening a chain of fried chicken restaurants.
And it's great. The general is played by Billy D. Williams. There's Lando, right?
Right. Yes.
I'm a hater of Star Wars, but that's real divisive.
Yes.
But
it is.
I know that's where he's from, amongst other things. And I'm pretty sure that the colonel's supposed to be like a stand-in for Colin Powell. He basically, the general.
For sure. Especially in 2002.
Exactly,
he
the
even
Bush
kind of
years,
looks
exactly.
like Colin Powell, yeah.
And it's funny because I think, this harkens back to this whole concept is like 2002, like really like, there's a whole genre of joke in like the black community and just like movies and media in general of just like the idea of the first black president. So if you weren't there for that, if you were like around, if you're fresh and young from like the Obama years, like the concept of a black president was so foreign like 20 years ago. Another movie that we'll do, Head of State, that's like the entire movie. That's like the whole concept of it. So it's just like this movie, it's funny how this movie has a lot of different movies, concepts all wrapped into one. But basically in order to like stop this from happening, like the man and like the Illuminati of like evil white people have to like come up with a plan to stop a black man from like accomplishing anything positive. Right. I love afterwards when the general's like this, like one of the people at the press conference, one of the press officers is just like, will there be sides? Yeah. And he's just like, oh, there'll be candied yams, mashed potatoes, sweet potato pie. They just pan to Dave Chappelle. Conspiracy Brothers like, At the very end of the press conference, they're all just standing looking at the TV awestruck.
Right. and Dave Chappelle's clearly hungry.
and then Conspiracy Brother breaks the silence, and he's like, you know what? I never trusted the Colonel. Slaves cook that chicken. What Colonel do you know about?
Ain't no white man know anything about herbs and spices and giblets. It's true. I won't look at KFC the same again.
Oh my goodness.
Amidst this, right before the press conference, I guess they discover who Undercover Brother is. Looking at footage from the bank incident, and Chief wants Undercover Brother to come in and help them work on this against this issue with the general, right? So that kind of feeds us into our next scene. Sister Girl breaks into Undercover Brother's apartment for some reason. She puts her shoes behind the curtain to make him think she's behind the curtain. So he attacks the curtain, and then she pops out from somewhere else. I don't know why she couldn't knock on the door.
Also, like, he just, like, how did he fall for that?
Right.
There's clearly nobody
Just
behind
shoes
there.
behind the curtain.
It's just like, I'm on her side because the whole beginning part of this movie, she's completely nonplussed with the concept of him. And she's just like...
She's asking the chief, like, why do we need to bring him in? Like, you got me.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we need a man.
Right.
And then he's just like, he tries to, like, kung fu chop a curtain. And then gets...
While he's watching Enter the Dragon
Yeah.
as she's breaking
Yeah.
in, he assumes she's there for sex. She is not. He says,
Yeah.
a piece of the cookie. She says, my cookie will break you in half. I think she knocks him out at least 3 times in this scene before bringing him in.
He's like, well, you're not here for Undercover Lover, so you must be here for Undercover
Brother. So she brings him into the Brotherhood. We get to see that the Brotherhood's entrance is fronted by a barbershop, which is brilliant. The whites would never find it.
It's changing these days, man. I've seen you with, as they call it, the Kelsey fade these days.
Kelsey fade, yeah, that's true.
The man's still alive, bro.
And that. So he goes in through the floor of the barbershop, down a little elevator shaft. Then we get to how they confirm blackness upon entry. Do you want to speak on this?
No, it's just a handout to give like daps, and so he's just like, all right, got it, boom, boom, boom. Daps it up, and it's really one of my favorite things about that is that when I was a kid, it looks like it's an animatronic. So like back in 2002 when this movie came out, it was just like I was so into the movie that I thought it was like some high-tech hand, and then like looking now as an adult, I was like, oh, that's just like a hand painted. That's just a man's hand in a glove painted silver. But it's just like nice. It's like blackness confirmed.
Yep,
you got soul, bro.
You got soul. This might be hubris. I feel like I could get through the door. I don't know. Tell me in the comments you think I could get through the door.
You can't invite yourself to the cookout, can you?
I'm not trying to invite myself to the cookout. I'm just saying if no one's there to watch, I think I can trick that hand.
I'll give you this: if Lance could get in, you can get in.
Fair enough. We also see another excellent Conspiracy Brother line here as he's coming in to meet everybody that I want to call out. He's on the phone with somebody planning something, and he hangs up the phone by saying, all right now, revolution, take care. I want to end all of my phone calls that way from now on. Just revolution, take care. We also have an excellent line that I cannot deliver where Undercover Brother tells Conspiracy Brother good morning, and he goes off about the word go odd, which is the absence of color. Like Goodwill Hunting, which means
I'm hunting. You can like self.
I'm not even getting close to saying it. So this is the point where we cut back to Mr. Feather, and we learn from his conversation with the man about Operation Whitewash. This is where they're planning. They've already mind controlled the general. They're planning to go after other black leaders in entertainment. I forget. I think he says entertainment, sports, and business is what the man says. And as he hangs up, Mr. Feather clearly is not a big fan of his boss, and needs to decompress. What does he decompress with, Oogie?
Yeah, first he tries to play like, I think he like plays like NPR or something. It's like some smooth jazz. He's like, no. And it's like some EDM comes on. He's like, ah. And then Family Affair by Mary J. Blige comes on. And one of the most iconic dance numbers. This movie, Dave Chappelle and Chris Kattan completely just kill this movie. Just like everything about it, every scene that they're in is just absolutely hilarious. Then after he's done doing his dance number, he just freaks out. He's just like,
Right.
what is happening to me?
What is happening to me? I'm supposed to be a Nazi.
Which is a good thing, you know. We should all
Right.
be sharing culture, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I didn't. One thing that I love about the song "Family Affair" is that I didn't know that dancery was like a term. I didn't know what she was saying for the longest time. Like I found this out maybe like 3 years ago. Like she was saying, "In this dancery."
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's dancery is a term.
Okay.
Like it
This
is
is an
exactly what it
educational
sounds.
podcast.
Exactly.
We're
We're all
here to
learning
teach you
something.
things.
I did not know what a dancery is.
Yeah,
It
I
is a
learned what
place-
blaxploitation
Yeah.
is. Ugo learned what a dancery is.
That's a great. Yeah, it was great to learn that. Not from this podcast, but just
Right.
from Mary J. Blige in general.
Yeah, Mary
Shout
J.
out,
Blige tribute show.
shout out, friend of the
spin-off.
podcast.
Friend of the
actually.
pod, Mary J. Blige, yes. All right, so now we cut back to the Brotherhood, where we see a scan across clocks set to different time zones, and one of them is on colored people time. It's just such a nice little detail that I definitely did not get when I was 12 seeing this with my grandmother, but that shit cracked me up this time around. They're talking about the kind of the effects of Operation Whitewash. They're noticing things that like black entertainers are doing that are against the norm. I forget exactly.
Yeah.
There was something with like a Jay-Z album.
Yeah, Jay-Z does like I think like a smooth jazz album, or
Something like that, yeah.
that.
And then they start listing other ways that the man has undermined black people. NBA giving the 3-point shot so that white people have a chance to score.
Oh no, that was no, that's when Undercover Brother's like he's talking to Conspiracy Brother, and he's just like, oh, so they really did move.
Oh, they really did add the 3-point line
Yeah.
to give white boys a chance to score. That's right.
And OJ didn't do it. Right around that time, we get our introduction to another very iconic character. We meet the intern, Lance, who's played by Neil Patrick Harris. He's the one white guy at the Brotherhood, and he's been hired because of DEI.
Affirmative
Yeah, he's
action,
affirmative
yeah.
action. And his first lines are, holy moly, looks like the Source Awards in here. He works at the Brotherhood.
Right. What's surprising about that? Oh man. He also, when Undercover Brother says hello to him, his response is a very 2002 what's up.
It was a great time capsule.
We also end the scene with the chief leaning back in his chair and looking at the Danny Glover picture in the background saying, I'm too old for this shit. Tie into a future Lethal Weapon episode, or 4, I guess.
Favorite Lethal Weapon?
It's got to be 4, just because Chris Rock.
Just because
It's probably not
they
like...
fuck you with the phones?
Yeah, exactly. Chris Rock and Joe Pesci going off about the cell phones is one of the best comedic scenes I've ever watched. The movie doesn't stand up as like the best Lethal Weapon, but to me,
Yeah.
it's the best.
It's definitely the worst Lethal Weapon.
Oh, for sure. I don't know. We get Jet Li, Chris Rock, Joe Pesci, all as guest stars in a single movie. Like, it's pretty good.
It should be, before we get too sidetracked,
I think
it
we're
really
appropriately
should be the best one. And I think it has a place as probably my favorite and the most rewatchable.
Yeah.
But it is hands down the worst one.
That's fair. When's the release year? 98.
Yeah.
So I was 8. I'm standing by
Yeah.
what that movie means to me.
Hey, if you disagree with that take, like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Say I'm wrong in the comments. Say I'm right in the comments.
I thought 3 was weaker.
Yeah.
3?
Wait, 3? That's the one with what, like
The
the.
one where Mel Gibson's romantic interest gets introduced.
Yeah, this is the one with the
Right.
South Africans, right?
No, that's the second one.
That's the second one.
The second one I think is probably like the best one, but I kind of like tied it with 4 just because it has Jet Li.
Which one is the third one?
The third one is he's like they're going up against an arms dealer who used to be an ex-LAPD cop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
One where,
That
like,
is a good one.
yeah.
I don't know. I love
I
them
think it's
all.
still
I
the
get,
best one. It's still good, but it's like not as good as 2, 1, or 4.
yeah.
Which is, oh no, the one where there's the guy who has a flamethrower body.
That's 4. That's the
Yeah.
intro of 4.
Yeah, that's the intro of
Danny
4.
Glover in his under. Okay,
Yeah.
we're so far off track.
Oh no, we're off track.
Oh no. This must be so upsetting for the fan.
Axel's sitting there somewhere just like, fuck nuts.
What are these guys doing? All right, so after we meet Lance, we have a very James Bond scene going to Smart Brothers' lab to get upgrades, right? So we don't know what. There's something done to his shoes. There's an orange soda dispenser installed in the car. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't think we get a lot of details about what Smart Brother has done until later when he starts. It's also very Bond-like, right? Like, I did some stuff. It'll help you later,
Yeah.
and Undercover Brother figures out how to use it.
I have like kind of like an aside here again. I feel like there's like different level. I feel like culturally we're divided on this, and I'm not sure if you're able to speak to this or not. I'm just like, my brother is very much an orange high C sort of guy, and I'm just purple grape soda, and I feel like this movie doesn't represent me. That's like probably the most frustrating. If there's anything that's frustrating about this movie to me, it's that it's orange soda instead of purple.
Of all
Like-
of the like black tropes in it, that's what bugs you.
Well, it's not even the trope. It's more that like it makes me thirsty for soda, but I don't want orange. I want purple.
Okay. I don't feel like I have a lot to weigh in here.
I mean, I just what's your favorite? If you had to pick, well, what's
Out
your
of
favorite
those?
color soda? Let's just color, not flavor. Color.
oh man, is like I don't like brown soda is like a big catch-all of like a lot of different flavors.
So
but,
brown.
like yeah.
Okay.
I don't like orange soda or grape soda.
Producers Maceo and Mark, favorite sodas.
The fact that you said brown soda.
Yeah, right.
That's not a thing. He asked me the color.
Exactly.
Right? I've never thought to say it. He asked me the color of soda I like. One of the few.
Brown.
I don't know. Dr. Pepper. You asked me not a flavor. It's brown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go red.
You're red.
Red. Yep.
Clear.
Clear. Yeah. Cream sodas. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. See,
Okay.
that's a normal answer. I don't, brown,
You set me up for a brown soda.
brown soda.
I don't know.
Hashtag.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
my soda.
Hashtag the first one. Hashtag brown soda.
Hashtag brown. Yeah. I like my soda like I like my no. There's no,
3 years from now, we're gonna be a famous podcast, and like you're gonna be driving down like I don't know, 45th
someone's
Avenue.
gonna stop me and be like, "Hey, brown soda's
Yeah,
for chumps."
someone's gonna have like a bumper sticker that says hashtag brown
If
soda.
that happens, my dreams have all come true.
Manifesting.
This is the least bad thing I could have clipped in this movie. Talking about something brown.
I think this is your worst take ever.
In episode
I've
1,
heard
yes,
a lot
it
of
is my
I've heard
worst
a
take
lot
ever.
of Kevin bad takes, and this one's up there. Brown fucking soda.
We'll find a way to top that. There's also before we get away from the car modifications, there's a point here that I absolutely love where Sister Girl's calling him out for like how basic his car, like his caddy with the cream seats, with the orange soda, and he says, "Don't forget about my big black fuzzy
Yeah, she's like, "You're
balls.
obviously overcompensating."
You're obviously overcompensating for something. Don't forget about my big black fuzzy balls." It cuts to him just like these dangling 8 balls from his mirror. Just that
smile
mastery.
is absolutely devious. If
Yes.
we can cut that in somehow,
Just that clip of him with the balls.
that will be the poster for this episode.
Yeah.
Just
The thumbnail.
yeah, exactly.
And one of the other modifications to the car is apparently a TV screen in the middle of the armrest, which gets us to a very awkward shot for the actors, where we have Eddie Griffin and Anjanou Ellis looking down into the camera, talking to Chief on the phone. I guess it's like a Zoom call in his car.
It's like a DVD. It's like a portable DVD player.
It's like
that they obviously.
it would be in the back headrests of like a Civic in 2002. But he asks them to go do a mission at a golf course, right? So this is where we cut to next. Undercover Brother and Sister Girl are at a golf course to try to figure out what's going on with Operation Whitewash. Undercover Brother is disguised as a Rasta caddy. I don't know why the Rasta. I think caddy would have been fine on its own. But
What do you think was just for Eddie Griffin? What do you think was a worse hair modification? Those Macy Gray pork chop sideburns, or the Rasta? Which is more believable to you?
The Rasta looked more believable. I think part of the problem is we're watching this on 23 years newer TVs.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about the animatronic DAP arm that comes out. It's so obvious watching it now. Same thing. Those sideburns are so obviously not
They're so bad.
not the same kind of hair as is on his head, nor on Eddie Griffin's head outside of this film. But yeah, there were at least 3 times during this movie I looked at those sideburns
Yeah.
this wasn't made for today's television. So another thing here is he gets out of his disguises in this film. He comes in dressed as the Rasta caddy, breaks into Mr. Feather's office.
Yeah.
He has an office at the golf course.
I thought all white people had offices at the golf course.
Well, I do, but I have to share it.
You have to share.
Yeah, well, I'm not rich enough to have a full-time office. It's like a timeshare office at the golf course.
One day I could be a caddy.
Yeah.
And I can go.
You can be my
Hey,
caddy.
I already got
anytime,
the
maybe.
Ross.
You can be my caddy anytime.
Damn.
That's the part that's gonna get clipped. Brown soda. So he breaks into
Donald Glover.
he breaks into Mr. Feather's office, and as this is happening, we're seeing Mr. Feather on the links with a ridiculous hat. He also hits a shot, and there's a white guy extra in the background with a cigar in his mouth who hits a attaboy that is. There's no way it's rehearsed that well, and I hope that man never worked in film again.
Did not like that.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
That one really jumped out to me. So he's in the office trying to figure out what's going on. He finds the mind control serum. I don't know why Mr. Feather brought the mind control serum to the golf course for his office. Maybe he keeps it in that office. I don't know. And then he gets caught by Mr. Feather. They fight very briefly, and Mr. Feather immediately starts throwing objects at Undercover Brother, yelling, "Help! Thief!" Arguably the most realistic part of this movie.
It's so good. It's such a funny way. He's just throwing his stuff at him.
Right.
He's and then he gets the money.
Yeah,
he's
he throws money at him.
He's like, all right, yeah. He's like, hey, wait, give that back.
So Undercover Brother's running at this point, and hops into a golf cart with Sister Girl for a low-speed chase. This is the part I was saying, knowing this was written by the same guy as Austin Powers, this felt so Austin Powers to me.
Yeah,
this
golf cart comedy.
Super slow-speed golf cart chase. I particularly liked the part where there were old people on jazzy scooters that were just slightly faster than them on the sidewalk. And Also, the point where he makes the security guards crash, and they're taking so long to crash that one of them looks at his watch while screaming, like that. Austin Powers to a T.
Great prop humor.
Yes. After the chase, they end up at a dead end and are confronted with.
Oh wait, just before we go on there, I also want to say that I love how they used a percentage greater than 25% on that explosion, where at the end of the golf cart chase, they hit like a gas line,
hit a propane
super dinked it, and they're just like, oh, okay. And there's something that I really, really love about when they do those explosions, and you see like the little dummy that they use, like the really shitty fake dummy, just fucking flying.
I noticed that too. It was very. Very low budget, but also like a spectacular explosion.
Yeah, it's one of the good things about having good TVs now, because you can see stuff like that. It's just like, oh yeah.
Right. Better than the sideburns.
Yeah.
So at this point, they find themselves at a dead-end locked gate and are confronted with 6 armed guards with guns in their face. And this is where we find out what modifications were done to his shoes. The platform shoes now have elevator platform shoes. So he grabs Sister Girl and they slowly rise his shoes all the way up to the point where he can step over this fence. And all the security guards are so blown away that they don't shoot them in the face.
Because like I feel like, there might be a ton of things that break the fourth wall. They would have just shot him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's the movies. You got to disbelieve. You got to suspend your disbelief. Yeah,
yes.
A little bit.
Maybe they were just that floored at these.
Everything else in this movie, though, I'm totally with. Like, all this stuff is highly believable.
I don't know. We'll get to a scene in a second that is both not believable and did not age super well. But for now, we're going to return to the Brotherhood. They're discussing mind control formula that they have found at Mr. Feather's office at the golf course, and generally the erasure of black excellence. There's an excellent conspiracy brother line here as well, where he's listing famous black men who have been erased, including Jesus Christ and Babe Ruth, and then lists Madonna sleeps with black men. Think about it.
Think about it.
So they come up with a plan at this point to infiltrate the man's operation by going undercover. I think I've said undercover several times in this episode already. And part of this is to set Undercover Brother up for success. They have what Smart Brother has created, Caucasia Vision. It is a device that goes on his head and his eyes, and he is able to intake all of white culture in mere seconds.
Okay, without looking. All right, put some time on the clock right now. Okay, can you list, there were 10 things that were on Caucasia Vision. Start listing, go, now.
I know that the song was Here We Go by NSYNC.
That's one of them.
There was a clip of either an F1 car or an Indy car.
Yep, F1.
Which race cars for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. That's all I got.
Okay, if you have to just guess.
Oh, the Leave It to Beaver intro with the newspaper hitting the wet cement.
Yep.
No, that's all I got.
Okay. I think three out of 10 is pretty good for being put on the spot. So these were the top 10 things that they said were white people core at the time. So it was basketball before black people, Murder, She Wrote.
That's right. It was like UCLA basketball.
Yeah, it was UCLA basketball. Leave It to Beaver, NSYNC, Major Dad, F1, Monster
Trucks. That is
polka dancing, white people at a beach, and white people at a cookout. No black people there for obvious reasons.
Yes.
But I mean, yeah.
It's Monster Trucks is peak whitery. Like I said, F1 is for everyone.
Yeah.
That is a global sport. If it was an Indy car, yeah, okay, that's some white shit.
Shout out to Lance Stroll. He's a Canadian.
He is Canadian.
Yeah. You got to rep Canada at all times.
I'm not sure that he does your people the best.
You know what? But he's made it to the peak of F1 he hasn't made it to the peak of F1, but he's made it to F1, which is a peak.
Yeah,
And you
he's
know
made
what?
it to the peak of things your dad can buy for you to do.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes someone else has to carry you up that hill.
Speaking of Lance Stroll, we have a reintroduction of Lance, the intern here. And he comes in to test Undercover Brother on his white people knowledge. I believe the question he asks is on season 3 of Friends, what item of Julia's does Ross see on his nightstand the night after he kisses Rachel? First of all, it was season 2 and her name was Julie. But he does nail it that it was
Saline solution. And it's funny because every time I watch this movie, I give myself the quiz and I fail it. It's like I've seen this movie 10 times and then I'm always just kind of like ring. And I feel like when I was a kid, I kind of used to watch Friends. I feel like this is one of the things we connected on. I did kind of watch Friends. It was one of those shows that like if it was on, I would watch it, but I didn't follow it all the time.
I think the sitcom that we really bonded over was Will and Grace.
Yeah. Oh man, if, Will and Grace podcast. I'd be down to
exist. Just, I feel like
I'm sure it exists, but like,
done it.
Yeah, but I mean, like us.
Yeah.
I think I just Megan Mullally. Oh, Megan Mullally, if you're out there and you're somehow you're bae.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
She is great. Also has a great podcast, but listen to us instead of her.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we have tested him with one Friends fact that he was able to nail, it's time to infiltrate as Anton. And he's going to show up for what I think is an interview to work at multinational.
Yes. He's like giving a pitch, but it's also an interview.
Yeah. So he's giving a pitch to a man and a woman who work for multinational on how they can improve their cigarette campaign, I believe.
I believe the subtext here is that they're destroying like black culture because it is
right. They're
like,
trying to kill black people with cigarettes, I think is what they're hiring him for. And he pulls out one of their cigarettes and says it's pale, small, a little on the limp side, basically inadequate. Can't give much pleasure. And the woman says, it sure can't, and looks at her male colleague who looks very offended.
It's so dirty. It's so rude. She's just like,
yeah. There was like one thing at a Christmas party between them 2 years ago that she hasn't forgotten, and she's not going to let him forget either. And he pitches to them the Fatty, which is a hand-rolled cigarette capable of giving long-lasting pleasure again and again and again.
He's just
and this
doing
woman
this.
This woman literally comes at the table during this meeting.
She's like, I need a cigarette.
Right.
Huh.
See?
The voices that he's making when he's answering, like when he meets, he's like, when he's checking in at the front desk, and he's like, Anton Jackson, and no, I'm not one of the Jackson 5.
The laugh he pulls off in that is so good. Oh man, that was the other scene, or the other part of that scene when he's like trashing the little limp cigarette, and he says like what black people are gonna like this or something like that, and the guy that he's pitching to says, not the one I know. The one I know. Oh man, it's excellent.
This movie's just got jokes after jokes. The writing on this is kind of like early Simpsons. Man.
It's very good. That was kind of the other thing. Besides like looking for the Austin Powers tropes, the other thing I noticed was like just how well the comedy holds up. Mm-hmm. Like there are definitely parts that you're like, this is 2002, but it's so well written and so well delivered. Eddie Griffin, like every caricature that he has to do in this movie is on point, like we were saying with Anton Jackson.
So Anton then, like, this is like one of the other scenes where it's just kind of like he has to do like this very James Bond. He again takes
Why does he get out of his disguise again?
Yeah. And then he goes outside to like scale the wall and then like has to like break the glass.
Right. He cuts the glass in a circle and then tries to tap it out just that circle. I don't know what he's going to do once he gets it
And he
off.
starts making a beat.
and then he gets into his own beat, almost falls off the building, and then ends up breaking the entire window and just holding the glass circle. Clearly, there were no alarms to worry about, or
Comedy.
or anyone who heard this.
Yeah, hilarity ensued.
Yes, and so he breaks in, he plugs into the mainframe, and he gets I believe it was the solution to the mind control formula, right? Like he gets the chemical compound itself, and escapes out the window. We cut to Mr. Feather.
But he's
him
also
do this on the
dancing
security
first
cameras. Yes.
because like
he's dancing his way out the window, as one does. But we see that Mr. Feather sees him, so he knows what's happened, and he calls in what he calls Black Man's Kryptonite. Cut to Denise Richards' intro.
Yeah. Isn't it playing like I wanna be bad?
Yes.
Who is that by?
I don't know. Let's
Is that
see.
Britney Spears?
Willa Ford
Willa Ford?
from 2001. Must be a one-hit wonder. Sorry, Willa. It's more likely that you're watching than Megan Mullally, and I apologize for not knowing your music.
I'm gonna work really hard to change that.
Good. So we meet Denise Richards, the Black Man's Kryptonite. This is, of course, 3 years removed from her being a Bond girl. She is certified cultural baddie at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to know if there's a part of me that wants to believe, like you were saying, this is like a prequel to 9/9. I want to believe this is a prequel to Blue Mountain State, where she gives up and gets out of the game, marries a football coach, and moves to a rural town, rural college town.
And I just wanted to say how much like I related. They don't use this effect anywhere else in the movie, but they use a dolly zoom to show his confusion and just unable to because it's Denise Richards in 2002, and when they filmed it, it was like 2001. So it was like peak Denise Richards.
Right. This is right after the Bond film came out that she was in. Yeah.
And she's,
Penelope Snow.
what a great name. This is absolute, it's again,
She's
I know.
quite literally a snow bunny. Yeah. And she asked him, "Would you like to be my friend?"
It's diabolical.
Yeah.
The way she says it.
Cut to the karaoke bar, them singing Ebony and Ivory as soon as she asks him to be her friend. Ugo, I've never done karaoke. Fun fact about me.
You've never done
I've
karaoke?
never done karaoke. I think you and I should do Ebony and Ivory at karaoke sometime.
I'll agree to that.
Okay, great. I think it's the only reason that I would want to do karaoke.
Really? No, we can do.
Gotta remember, I don't drink though.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Sober karaoke is not the same.
We can come back. We can circle back.
Okay,
to this.
let us know in the comments what karaoke songs you want Ugo and I to do. Maybe we'll do it on a reel for you. So they're performing Ebony and Ivory together. After he does his part, he does this Anton Jackson embodiment white dance. Again.
And all the white people in the crowd start putting up their
Their
lighters,
yes.
and they're just all into it. And there's a black couple. At first, when they're singing, the black dude is staring down Penelope Snow, and his black girlfriend is not happy. But then after when he starts dancing, they're both like, no. There's two black people at karaoke in, town USA. Do we know where this movie's supposed to be located? I just always kind of assumed New York or Chicago.
Yeah, they never really say. I think that's probably on purpose.
Yeah.
It is generic city. Clearly downtown.
It was filmed in BC.
Oh, okay. Very affordable.
Yeah. Shout out Canada again.
The part I forgot to cover from Smart Brothers Lab earlier was that he gives him a watch that dispenses hot sauce so that he can survive toxic warfare from the whites in the form of mayonnaise.
I also, when I was a kid, I feel like mayonnaise was something that I got a taste for after I moved to Washington State. I used to hate it. I kind of do. I don't really know.
We are kind of like mayonnaise incarnate. When
I was a kid, I used to hate mayonnaise. Anything that would put it would instantly ruin. And this was one of those things, when you see something in the movie or media, and you're just I feel seen by this. And it's now, man, a burger or some French fries, ketchup, half mayonnaise, mix it. Man, it's fire.
This film also makes it way more disgusting than
Yeah,
it actually.
it's-
Every time mayonnaise shows up on screen, you
That
get this
noise.
like wiggly jello
Yeah, that
squish
that
sound.
like,
Yeah, it sounds like macaroni in a pot.
but not in a good Cardi B way.
Not in a good Cardi B way. Is there a good Cardi B way?
Yeah, like macaroni
And-
in a pot.
He's unable to get to his watch in time and has to just down that mayonnaise too on her.
Yeah.
What looks like a tuna sandwich from a karaoke bar. Not what I would choose to order.
Yeah, disgusting.
Then we cut to him shopping with White She-Devil at Khaki Republic. And he gets up to the register to find Sister Girl undercover there to speak with him, and yeets Denise Richards across the room in order to talk to Sister Girl. We also hear, as he's getting upset with Sister Girl before Denise Richards comes back, there's like an angry black man alert over the security intercom. And then she returns and is very condescending to Tanya?
The way I believe her name is supposed to be Tanya, but the way she
Tanja,
goes like,
right?
"Oh, hi, Tanja." It's just
Very real.
yeah, it's so real. It's the acting in this movie is surprisingly good.
It's true. Yeah, and I think she delivers that Tanja like 2 or 3 times before they leave.
When they're leaving, they're just like, "Oh yeah, like I have like some quarter zips I wanted to show
Right.
you." Or like, what is it?
It's like Eddie Bauer
Yeah, some-
quarter zips, I think would look great on you. Or
And then she
something like
looks
that.
back and she's just like,
Yeah. With the eyebrow
Yeah.
raise, yeah. Bye-bye, Tanja.
"Oh man."
Then we cut back to the Brotherhood, where there is a commercial playing. The General's Fried Chicken commercial is playing. Honestly, it looked really good.
Yeah.
I wish they could be a sponsor.
I wish I could have some fried chicken right.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things on the item or on the menu at General's Fried Chicken is malt liquor, which I don't know how the fast food chain got its liquor license that quickly.
You ever had malt liquor?
I have not. I literally only know what it is because of Head of State.
Yeah. We used to play Edward 40 Hands in college.
With malt liquor?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be like Mickey's or like Old English, and you'd have to like.
Oh, Old English is malt liquor. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with OE.
Yeah.
I too went to high school.
I'm familiar with the oldies.
Yes, the OE.
Yeah. Back in the old
Pass
country.
me that 40. Yeah, back in the old country. I also noticed that they have a bucket of the fried chicken in this scene, and the chief has on his desk next to the chicken both a bottle of hot sauce and a bottle of Pepto. Like he's like, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to make it taste good, but my body's not going to like it, which I respect on a big personal level.
I think getting older is knowing that like sometimes you need Tums and Pepto Bismol, and just being all right with that.
More
It'll make
often
your tummy
than
feel
I
better.
used to.
Yeah.
Lance dancing to the General's Fried Chicken song and singing it after it's done. The Conspiracy Brothers just laughing. I believe this is the part where Lance says, reminds me of the Fresh Prince. I like him. He raps happy. Which I'm pretty sure word for word I've heard my grandmother say before. Like when I used to watch Fresh Prince as a kid, she would be okay with it because he raps happy.
I remember when like we were like a long time ago when we like first were just like, oh, we both love this movie. That was like the first thing that you quoted. You're like, oh, I love Fresh Prince. He raps happy. And I was like, this guy's my friend.
Yeah. Okay,
I also love that.
go ahead.
I also love that Conspiracy Brother is just like anytime. It's so funny. His character just like loves all the stereotypical stuff,
Right.
But then has to like go into Koofy mode and be like, actually,
Yeah. He's loving it.
yeah, he's
until,
wearing a Koofy the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire movie.
So now we get Undercover Brother very much living his Anton Jackson persona. Comes walking in with one of those comically large 3-foot smoothies from like Las Vegas. And like I said, he is now Anton. He is no longer Undercover Brother. And the rest of the crew can't figure out what's wrong until Sister Girl clues him in on what happened.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite line from
She
this
says,
entire movie.
He had sex with a white girl. That's what.
And then everyone's just like, Smart Brothers like, or no, Conspiracy. Was it everything I ever dreamed of?
And Lance, slow clap. Welcome. Welcome.
They're all just loving it.
I think Conspiracy Brother also asks, did she have like little pink nipples?
Yeah.
Or something?
And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. And Sister Girl coughs, and they're all like, no, this is fucked up. You can't do
Yeah.
that. Yeah. True. This is without a doubt my favorite scene, front to back of the movie. Like him fighting them on the expectation of blackness that they have out of him.
He's just like, Sister girl.
It's Sister Girl.
He's like,
dude.
Where I'm from, we pronounce our E's and our R's. Conspiracy Brothers like, E's and our R's?
Auras.
He gets a shotgun. He's like, no, let's put him out. Let's put him out of his misery now. Yep. that Eddie Griffin.
Shut the blinds, Whitey. I think that's what he yells at Lance. Look away, baby.
It's very meta, like him doing a guy who's been whitewashed. So the guy is he's doing a guy doing an authentic white voice.
Right.
Which is
it's layers.
Yeah, it's very layered.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who do you think is like more in the confusion scale, him or Robert Downey Jr. in was it Kirk Lazarus? Who do you think's more confused on who their character is at that point?
I'm gonna go with RDJ because Eddie at least only had to do this for a few scenes.
Okay.
I think RDJ was a little too into that role.
Yeah.
For the entirety of that.
We might have to do that movie as well.
That's on the list
Yeah.
for sure. All right, so Anton / Undercover Brother leaves, and one of my favorite lines the chief delivers here is, "A brother can't pass up those low interest loans and lattes for long."
I also like all the things that he's just like, I'm gonna kick you in your patootie or whatever.
Yeah. I must go. Frasier's on.
Frasier's on.
So after he leaves, Dave Chappelle starts eating the General's chicken, and this is about the time that the Brotherhood pieces together that's how they're actually distributing the mind control serum. Another great Dave Chappelle line delivery is he spits out all the chicken and says, "Smart brother, am I gonna die?" That's the last.
Great delivery, yeah.
I've been practicing my Dave Chappelle impression since I was 10 years old, mostly unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because he lives rent-free in my head for 2/3 of my life. And now we cut away. We find ourselves in White She-Devil's lair with Anton and White She-Devil, with Thong Song playing that is not the Cisco version and also not the Michael Bolton version, as Undercover Brother asks. And I think she says, "No, but I want that one. I hear he got all the funk that Cisco missed." And this is where Sister Girl breaks in, here to rescue in her most 70s outfit of the film so far, afro to match. And White She-Devil's immediate reaction is not like, "Oh, I'm busted." It's that colored girl, Tanja. Get one more delivery of the Tanja. And they start arguing over Undercover Brother. She has his pendant trying to remind him who he is, as White She-Devil's trying to suck him back into her web.
I just want to say a part of this scene, and like, I'm gonna look directly in the camera. I'm sorry, Dr. Umar. I 100% would have folded when Denise Richards said, "I'm all the white single female you'll ever need." I'm sorry.
Take the card away.
Yeah.
Now who's invited
don't give me no gun.
Now who's invited to the cookout, Ugo?
Don't give me no gun.
So this, he does return to his pendant and the true side of Undercover Brother. brother. At which point, Sister Girl and White She-Devil get into a fight.
Yeah, the true White She-Devil exposed.
Right,
now.
she rips off her clothes. She's wearing all white leather with, I thought they were Desert Eagles at first. She has 2 chrome, I think 1911s. She only ever uses 1. I don't know why she carries 2.
They come in pairs.
And then we get a couple of goons that also show up to fight Undercover Brother while we have this Sister Girl, White She-Devil showdown. As they're fighting, the girls end up in the shower, and the guys stop fighting to watch. One of them shows up with popcorn and beers. This is the part I was saying feels very Austin Powers and also didn't age super well.
Yeah. But it was also like one of the things that I remember my dad laughing his ass off in the movie for, because he was just like brick houses playing.
Yeah.
Like taking pictures and stuff.
He's got a digital camera, yes.
Yeah, very Austin Powers-esque.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie Griffin yelled, "I want a cold! I want a cold!"
And it's like definitely just like at this point they're all in a shared delusion where these women are like fighting each other, and then it just turns into like a photo shoot of just them like making out with each other and just like whatever.
Almost making out with each other. That's when the delusion falls apart, and Sister Girl knocks White She-Devil out, and he knocks out the goons, jumps through the window.
And then magically,
he's back in his Undercover Brother outfit.
Like the whole thing was just like right in that last scene, it was just like, oh, I can't escape because I don't have my clothes.
Yes.
They just established that like literally 2 minutes ago. And then he jumps through a window.
And he's
and they're on the
good.
same floor, even though they had also established that they're like on a higher rise.
Hey man, suspension of disbelief.
That's just all
Or
good.
there was another scene that they cut. We don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
So now we get to a motorcycle chase. We got the bad guys on the motorcycles chasing Sister Girl and Undercover Brother in the caddy. We get a Bond-esque deployment of gadgets out of the car. He stops one of them by ejecting his 8-track player, which hits the guy in the helmet and knocks him off his bike. The other, he has cannons of Afro Shine that shoot out of the back.
Afro Sheen.
Afro Sheen. See what I just did?
Yeah,
That's getting
cool.
clipped.
It's educational podcast.
Yeah. That's some brown soda. So he takes out the 2 goons, but they get caught by White She-Devil, who stops in front of them, and ultimately decides she can't quit this man, and she kills the goons and decides to work with the Brotherhood.
And I think, see, this is why I apologized to Dr. Umar previously, because I think the lesson here is that he still got her and he stayed true to himself. I would not have stayed true to myself, and she probably would have just been like, wow, bitch ass, and then killed me, because like that was the whole plot. But he remained true, which is I think what most people want when they're looking for friends and partners. People who are gonna, this is why I'm doing the podcast with you, bud, because I know you're gonna stay true to the cause.
Right.
We're here, we're here, ain't we?
I'm not your White She-Devil.
You could be.
That might be what we play in the cold open. Maybe the selection of brown soda and I'm not your White She-Devil, but
you ever made love to a man? Do you want to? Oh man, we have so many good movies.
So many good movies. Hope you guys are ready to do this a few times. Okay, back into it.
It was She-Devil with the caddy part.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. So now that White She-Devil is on their side, we get a quick cutaway scene of Chris Kattan scheming with his underling that we haven't met before. I don't believe ever gets a name.
Yeah, but I love that guy. He does also a really good job. Shout out, bro.
Right. Whoever you are, and whoever your character was.
I'm not
called.
going to look it up.
I'm not going to look it up. It's more fun this way. We also get to see probably Kattan's best monologue of the film when he starts ranting about black culture and how attractive it is, and the things that he lists off are such 2002. Like this is the part that times the movie more than anything else, is him like this rant of quick cut pop culture references and sayings that like I haven't heard since 2002. Don't be dissing me. which I think he says again later in the movie. The white folks are feeling good at this point. Their scheme is going according to plan. We cut back to the Brotherhood, seeing more ways that black culture has been usurped or diluted, including the book, or maybe movie, I couldn't tell, how Stella got her white man back, and you can too. Really just seeing the impacts of the mind control and how fast it's spreading. And this is where Undercover Brother and Sister Girl show up with White She-Devil. And Lance comes around and says, I just watched the show Roots. Maybe you've heard of it. And he's basically, now he understands. Despite being the intern of the Brotherhood, now he understands the plight of the black man in America, and he wants to be part of the gang. And Chief just lets him in, lets White She-Devil in. And
There's a conspiracy brother here. He's just like, I ain't never seen this bitch in my life. She wasn't in my secret agent classes.
I was in secret agent school for 3 years.
I'm still paying off my secret
classes myself. You made me.
I'm still paying off my school loans.
I'm joining the Klan.
Yeah, cut that one too.
And this is also where he ends this. He starts the rant with "What the fuck, Chief?" And if you guys don't know this, PG-13 movies are allowed to have one and only one F word in the entire film to keep their rating.
You just used our one. I think I've already.
I think we're not PG-13.
Why do you say F word?
I'm just saying, like, yeah. And they give it to Dave Chappelle, which I think is fitting, because the fact that he made it through the entire film only saying it once is pretty impressive.
I like to also believe that, like, him being like, I'm joining the Klan was just like that was the seed of the Clayton Bigsby idea.
That's exactly. I have that note here. Is this what prompted that sketch, the best Chappelle Show sketch of all time? Great delivery by Chappelle.
It says, I sleep on a pissy. There's a lot of hilarious throwaway lines that Chappelle says, because I think back at the scene where Conspiracy Brothers showing Undercover Brother all the upgrades to his car, like that scene starts with they're like testing out like a gun and they accidentally shoot him, and he's like, I'm fine, and like no one's paying attention to him.
No
he's like, I shit on myself. He's like, why won't anybody help me?
Yeah, it really is a Dave Chappelle masterclass.
Yeah.
All right, so after this, the crew learns that they're going to try to kidnap James Brown at an award show. They clearly could not license the name of any actual award shows, because I think it says like 73rd annual award show.
Did they not say? I thought they said the Grammys.
Maybe. I couldn't remember if they said it, but I noticed when they cut to the actual award show, like on the banner outside, it doesn't say the name of anything. Yeah, I think I assumed it was the Grammys. Anyway, so we have Lance, the intern, in the limo acting as security for James Brown. Lance gets out of the car on the red carpet and is amused by the paparazzi and how much they love him, and gets distracted as Mr. Feather is driving the limo and takes off with James Brown.
This is the problem with DEI hires, man. You can't trust them.
You can't trust them. I'm glad you said that. So James Brown's captured, taken to the island fortress, and it really is James Brown.
Which is amazing.
It is. And he's funny. Like, his delivery in this movie is funny. We see him with Mr. Feather and unnamed white henchman. The Brotherhood shows up and in a work truck disguised as cleaners, and it is called Island Fortress Cleaning Service, which I thought was hilariously on the nose. Like, all the security guards, like, oh yeah, we're in an island fortress, and this is our cleaning service.
This goes along with a lot of the things I was saying earlier. I feel like this is definitely something that Dave Chappelle also contributed, because he's always making jokes about black people. Like, again, like in Half Baked, he's a janitor. He loves making the black people are the janitors joke. So it's like, this is the perfect, like, always the work. Like, they made that as like an extended metaphor throughout the movie. Black people are always the work, and if they're the work, then they can just sneak in anywhere.
Yeah. And it's also another excuse for him to get to wear a set of coveralls, which we all know he loves.
You ever watch Malcolm and Eddie?
I have not.
Oh man,
I apologize.
it's all good.
Let's see. So now we have James Brown. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he just starts. He gets up out of his chair and starts dancing and saying "Say it loud" over and over again. And eventually, he gets Chris Kattan to belt out the loudest "I'm black and I'm proud" that I've ever
Which
heard.
was, you know how much he wanted to really say that. And you know, I'm not mad at him. I feel like everybody wants to say it. Being able to just get the like that James Brown, just like when you get that in you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one time I think I was talking to my mom, and my mom said something like James Brown was the original Migos, and that stuck with me so hard.
That's a
like. It was a
James
bar.
Brown was the original.
Because, like,
Migos.
at his time, he was just ad-libbing and just saying stuff, but it got the people going. And I really forget what the context was, and I don't quite remember if it was Migos or somebody else, but it was something like that. And I was just like,
I can't dispute it.
my mom would fight you.
I would never dispute anything she says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Nothing but respect.
Shout out Mama Oogie.
Never met the woman, but
You know my mom?
ton of respect. Yes.
You like say something.
I haven't met most of your family.
Yeah, I
I
say
talk to your
stuff.
family, and I haven't met most of them.
You like make a statement, and then I'll repeat the statement back to you in question form, and you'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just needed you to say it again. I
Word.
guess.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I actually have a folder of photos of Ugo's family that I use as memes.
They're called monarchy memes.
The
and
monarchy memes folder.
It gives me great joy to send him pictures. Like if I get like a good emotive photo, I'll send it to him. I'll be like, add this to the folder.
Maybe that's the photo for this podcast episode. Every episode is a different
Gozy,
different
on the front
different
cover
picture of Gozy.
of the Montreal Gazette. Like, I'm
Yeah.
so mad they traded
Perfect.
PK Subban.
Shout out Gozy.
Yeah, friend of the podcast.
He's too good to watch this, but I hope
No,
he does.
he's definitely gonna listen.
So this is where we find out, after eliciting this "I'm black and I'm proud," that James Brown is not James Brown. It is once again Undercover Brother in a very convincing costume.
I think it was his best costume so far.
his best costume yet, because it was actually James Brown.
Or so you thought.
And the jig is up at this point. The rest of the crew is trying to make their way to rescue Undercover Brother / James Brown, or at least stop this scheme. And the group is stopped by a collection of 3 security guards, where Lance, the intern, says, "Let me talk to him. I'm white." I believe as they approach the security guards, we can hear another throwaway line from Dave Chappelle saying it's the Honky Patrol. And Lance goes up to calmly talk to the security guards, and one of them says, "What are you going to do about it, sissy?" Which makes Lance snap, and he kills all 3 of them with his bare hands.
And like Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Yeah,
all
rips
of
the
them.
spine out of a guy's neck.
Snatches the heart out of another person.
And smashes the other guy's head in.
And like green ooze.
Yes.
Viscera.
And we have another great Dave Chappelle line, "I would have ripped his spine out his ass." Which is a good lead into next week's episode. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I also like in this movie, like at this point, there's like a big fight going down, and again, White She-Devil and Sister Girl are teaming up and also beating up a bunch of the henchmen in this lair. And one of the things I did like about this movie is that, like, actually most of the ass kicking done in this movie is done by the women.
That's
actually.
true. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that is very true. And like that, it's a good scene where like Smart Brother and Conspiracy Brother like get up and they're like about to fight, and the girls are just like, "We got this." Meanwhile, Conspiracy Brother is holding a gun on like white henchman, unnamed white henchman, and like makes him kid and play. like dancing. He goes, I like black people. And he just pistol whips him unconscious. It's like, don't get out over your skis, kid.
That's another scene that I remember specifically. My dad like laughing his ass off at in the movie theater.
Oh man! And then we get the boss fight that every film needs. Feather and Undercover Brother are fighting on the roof or the helipad of the island fortress.
What's great about the beginning of this scene is like the first 30 seconds of this fight is all of them doing dance moves and then being like. It's like the other person has to one up them with like a dance and be like,
yeah.
Chris Kattan's like, he's like, no, go there.
Yeah, he's getting so frustrated. Yeah, and the chief shows up with a hovercraft, which maybe would have been a better entry point than the Island Fortress Cleaning Service.
Yeah.
Which
but
also
one had in disguise.
Hovercrafts always, without fail, make me think of Rumble in the Bronx.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The chase scene with the
guy who gets ran over.
the Lamborghini and the hovercraft. I'm actually going into our spreadsheet and adding Rumble in the Bronx right now.
I watched that movie not too long ago, bro.
I haven't seen it in years.
It's bad. it's not good.
I love old Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mr. Feather has big curvy knives up both sleeves. That makes it a bit of an unfair fight, but Undercover Brother is just that badass, and also has nunchucks in his belt this whole time. And they get to fighting. The fro gets cut.
And I think right here is another one of the times. This is the peak time that you could see how shitty the sideburns are.
Yeah.
Because when he cuts it off, you kind of get you get a little bit of like, I don't know. You get a different
like
angle.
Depth to
Yeah,
the
there's
fro
depth to
a
it,
little
and you
bit,
can just
yeah.
see how shitty the sideburns
Yeah,
are.
it's literally like felt. Yeah. It's like little felt art you made when you were a kid, cutting shit out and just like tape some sideburns on there. So I mean, like no one's surprised. Undercover Brother wins the fight. As he's standing over Feather, ready to take him in, the man's helicopter approaches. We got Feather throwing sand in his face to get away. He runs to the helicopter, and the helicopter, I think the man says, he's failed me, leave him, and they start to fly away. And it, like, one of the things that just lives in my head all the time with this movie is Chris Kattan trying to whistle at the helicopter and just, it's like, it's so unnecessary, and it kills me every time I watch it.
Because I also don't know how to do that sort of whistling.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's exactly how it would go. It like every time it gets me. But Feather jumps on the helicopter, trying to ride it away, and Undercover Brother hits him with his throwing afro picks like ninja stars, which were shown in the bank scene. We forgot to call that out, but he hits him from a good 100 yards with his afro picks right in the butt. Each butt cheek takes a pick, and Feather falls smack into the mouth of a jumping great white shark in the middle of the ocean. And that's a movie cut on Chris Kattan.
Yeah. R.I.P. man.
And this is where we get the man
Yeah.
also saying a bunch of black culture type phrases. Let's bounce, dog, is the one that comes from. I forget exactly what he says. But it's like, even the man
Yeah, they got him.
can't help it. Of course, the whole place is going to explode. So Undercover Brother and Sister Girl have to escape. And they jump from the exploding building. There's a really anticlimactic part that kills me every time also, where there's like a big explosion you can see is like CGI, and the whole crew on the beach is like, ah! And they throw like 5 rocks off the top of the soundstage. And it's so intentional. But they jump off the building and they float down to safety because his parachute pants are actually parachute pants. Parachutes deploy from the legs and he floats down onto the beach, rips off the extra pants, and has more pants underneath.
And the day is saved.
And the day is saved. The chief is yelling at him for some reason, because he's always yelling at him, and says, I don't give a damn how sexy you look floating down in your little pants.
He's goddamn proud of all of them.
Yeah, he's goddamn proud. And Eddie Griffin, or Undercover Brother, to his credit, tosses it back to Sister Girl, or tries to, as he says, behind every great black man, Dave Chappelle says, is the police. He says,
Everyone's just like,
smart brother, bunch of slow white athletes. No.
a cute butt.
A cute butt. Probable cause. No. Behind every great black man is a strong black woman.
And then scene.
And scene. Everything starts blowing up. They get on the hovercraft, and he's back to whipping the caddy down the streets with his orange soda. I know that I had seen, there's like, right as the credits start to roll, it cuts to a scene of him taking the convertible Cadillac through a car wash, sitting in it, getting drenched, coming out the other side, sparkling clean. I know I had seen that. He takes the caddy through a car wash, and he gets like foam cannon, like hit, spritzed, comes out the other side, sparkling clean, interior is all dry, so is he. And like all the white people are like inside the car wash, like can't believe what's happening. I had never noticed that there's another mid-credit scene. Had you seen that?
See, I actually just kind of forgot, if I'm honest.
I don't think I ever noticed. I don't think I saw it.
I didn't really remember, like, after watching them, is it synesthesia, or maybe it's not that. No, synesthesia is like when you can like smell numbers or something.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's when you see colors.
Yeah, see colors or whatever.
Or
there's like that thing where you're like
whatever.
nostalgic for something that you don't know or something.
Right.
But like, I felt like after watching it, I was like, oh, maybe I did, but it didn't. Like those scenes didn't come to mind. So it was just kind of like when I saw you'd wrote your notes before me.
Okay.
So I remember seeing that, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? After watching them, I was like, maybe I have, but I didn't really remember them.
I didn't remember that one at all.
Yeah.
But it cuts to him and Sister Girl on his waterbed, which I think is like a nice little detail of like his character would have a waterbed.
So like, I was wondering about that. It's like, was White She-Devil lying? Because like the way that Undercover Brother makes it seem is as if he's just like, no, I didn't want to do this. But it's just like she just came over and made up this whole Oreo thing.
Right. Because she says that like he invited her over to make Oreos, and the way I read it is like he took one look at Sister Girl and was like, oh, this ain't happening. Like I gotta act like I didn't try to make this happen.
Yeah, but then like, why would you even bring that up in the first place?
I'm guessing that they were gonna cut the scene and they threw it in the mid credits for fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sad that he never got his Oreo.
His Oreo.
But yeah, it's all right.
It also no.
Yeah, I was thinking about saying something. I was like,
that's
first episode. I'm not trying to get canceled already.
That's Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
I guess Oogie, final takes. Does it hold up?
I think it held up tremendously. I was, a little apprehensive because, when you do these sorts of things, you always kind of remember things with rose-tinted glasses, and sometimes they don't really hold up. But this movie, I thought the writing was tight. No scene felt too long. The jokes were really hard hit. Like even if they were even the iffy ones, they're still kind of like, yeah. There's a few iffy jokes where you're just like, oh, that's probably not cool today, but they were still kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like there was not anything in this movie really outside of just like dated jokes that like or time capsules, and there wasn't even that they weren't funny. It's just like, oh yeah, okay, that's a long time ago. But I thought the movie was tremendous. The music was great. Like, it would still be like a movie that, like, if I were to go over to my dad's and throw it on, I would feel like we were back in 2002.
Right.
Like, we'd be laughing. It was great to relive it.
What I think really holds up is, like you were kind of calling out in the beginning about, like, that like, woke killed black culture is, like, there's most of this movie that is, like, applicable now.
Yeah.
Like, if you change the dated references, that was because like I like very much like you, I went in like, oh, I'm gonna rewatch a movie I've watched a dozen times that I love, and like thinking about like, does it hold up? Like, yeah, it really holds up. Like this is just as appropriate today as it was then, and it was ahead of its time in that way. Like,
I think that's actually really true. I think it was a lot more ahead of its time than we probably. It's hard to, obviously when you're in the time you can't see, but like
especially when you're 12.
Yeah, like. I've watched this movie. This is like a movie that I probably watch every other year.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Since 2002.
Yeah. And I don't
probably
think.
watched it together 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and I think every single time I've watched, it's like when one of those movies, there's a few movies, Shawshank Redemption is like top of the list.
Yeah.
If it's on, I'm just gonna, whatever else I'm doing, okay, I'm watching the rest of this now.
Right.
And having seen it so many times and like really paying attention to this one, like I was thinking, hey, we're gonna take notes and be a little bit critical, and I was like, no, this was actually like I would still recommend this. This is a
I'm kind of grateful for the fact that we're doing it for this.
Yeah.
Because it made me watch it differently.
What would you give it out of 10?
As a film, like if I were like just rating it as a film, not it's so
no,
hard
if we're
'cause
rating
one of
it
my
for rating it for
like the audience,
like because I know like there's like us, like the
Right.
like would me and you like it? It's a 10 out of 10.
because like my only criticisms are like the low budget and like the couple of jokes that didn't age well and like the sideburns, right? But like I think the writing is like really sharp and the tropes hold up and like for the budget it was on, it's shot well. Like I really don't have any complaints, and I can't fairly rate it because this is like a foundational movie for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
like
I mean, for me in my life, it's a 10.
I think for this podcast, this is probably a good thing that we started off with this one, because I think this is kind of the standard of like when I look at a nostalgic movie and if we're asking this question, did it hold up? Are you as funny as Undercover Brother? I don't know why I keep saying brother, it's brother, but like, are you as funny as this movie 20 years later?
Yeah.
And I think this honestly might even be more funny now.
Yeah. I think there's two aspects to it of like, did the movie hold up and did it like live up to your memory of it are two different things. And like, the answer is yes to both for me.
Yeah.
Like it was actually funnier and sharper than I gave it credit for in my mind. Cause it's always been a comfort movie to me, you know, which is different when you go, like I said, I'm grateful for doing it for this because I was able to watch it not trying to pick it apart in like a negative sense, but like really
critically
look at every piece of it and like how it looks and how it sounds and how it's written. And like, I think I appreciate it more through that lens of like really appreciating how good the writing is.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Like, you let us know what's your take. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Did we miss something? If you have a really good take, really good comment, we'll read it on a future episode.
Favorite scenes?
Favorite scenes, stuff we missed. Call us out. Drag us through the comments.
Favorite soda color?
Yeah, favorite soda color. Tell us. Yeah, that we'll post a poll on soda colors, and brown will be an option. Any final takes, Oogie?
Sponsors, you know. I mean,
Hit us up.
how many podcasts are there two cis males talking about things that they like? You know, we're really at that intersectionality of sports and media, and I don't think that there's enough of that.
Yeah.
So holler at your boys. Kevin Oogie, black and white, got it. I think we pretty much killed it. I think this was perfect.
All right, well, that's it. This has been the Black and White Cinema Podcast from the Creative Block in Seattle. If you enjoyed this episode, please, of all things, share it with a friend. Word of mouth helps way more in podcasts than you realize. Leave us movie suggestions, comment, share, like, subscribe, all the things that you are tired of hearing anyone say. Engagement matters. We want to talk to you guys. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to do movies that you care about. You can connect with us however you like at allmylinks.com/kev-n-oogie. I'm Kev.
I'm Oogie.
Thank you to MarkyBoy Productions, Mark and Mace. And thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
We went really long, didn't we?
Yeah.